All right. Guess I felt compelled to do a video tonight. And overall, just guess how I'm doing in general. I think I mentioned that my ex-wife moved back in here with me, but now she just vanished out of nowhere. I don't know where she went. No word from her at all. I don't know. But she's just up and gone. I don't know. And I'm not gonna let it affect me or anything. She's gonna do what she's gonna do. I don't know, probably out to take drugs or something. I don't know. I can't control what she does. And I'm not gonna let her ruin how I feel or anything. For the most part, I'm doing fine. Her actions don't really affect me at all. She's up and left. She was like not on drugs for quite a few days, and now she's out probably get them from somewhere. And yeah, she's not, I guess, coming back here after taking them. Most of all her stuff is here though, so I don't know. Other than that, today was really good for me and my personal health and growth, and it's really thanks to my ex-wife though. I'm glad she was here for me to really have this lesson. And I guess if you notice, to really detach and realize that I really can't do anything. She's gonna do what she's gonna do. I'm not some savior or something. I try talking to her, say I'm here to talk whenever. It's up to her to really open up or talk about things. And of course she doesn't. But yeah, I'm not going to be a savior or something like that. Everyone needs to eventually just work on themselves, and everyone can only save themselves. That's just the reality. And today was really big. It's the first time in all my life I feel like I'm choosing myself, and it's hard to understand what I mean by that, but basically, I feel like almost all my life, when I was married, even when I was a child, I like I was thinking more about my mother's feelings. When I was married, I was always thinking about my wife's feelings. When I was in my recent relationship, I was mostly always just thinking about her feelings. And then in her case, she was the first time where I distanced myself and started to think about myself more and my feelings. She was the first person for me to really make that choice. And you know, when I lost her, I went through this whole awakening process and all that. For like a month, I distanced myself from her. We still talked to each other a day, but we didn't really see each other at each other's place. And then, yeah, I just distanced myself, and in that time, she really couldn't be alone. She just found something else, and that hurt me like hell, a lot. And yeah, which led to my whole awakening process and all this. Yeah, today's the first day I really ever chose myself. I just like actively, I was just remembering everything I said, and just remembering how beautiful I was to a person, of a person, even to her. I read these words I said to her because I cared so much about her health, her mental health, everything. I basically told her to promise me to always put herself before me. That regardless of how much you like or care for me, you always need to think about yourself first. And then I was just trying to be so supportive to her. And when I read that, I got a little emotional. I teared up a little when I read that because I completely forgot I said that to her. But that's how much I really cared about her. Like, I cared more about her than my own self. I did. And that's a big problem. I get into relationships with these women that don't love themselves, don't take care of themselves, or really just unhealthy in so many ways. That's how my wife first was. And then I come in, love for them, care for them, and then they do get better. She did get better. She did start eating better. She did start feeling better in so many ways. I did improve her life so much. She started going out more, seeing her friends more. She wasn't so recluse. I did help her a lot. And then finally, when I was going through a hard time, I needed to distance myself. Then she finds something else. But she did exactly what I told her to do. She needed something and I wasn't there. And she thought about herself. She didn't think about me. And that's what she did. But of course, I still just loved her so much, but I needed time with myself. I couldn't be with her at that time for like a month or so. I still talked to her, still called her, all this stuff. But being with her, in the physical was really difficult. I couldn't give her the affection or stuff in that time. Yeah, and that was replaced in that time. But she really, something in her just, I don't know. She told me to just, I don't know what it is. But I just felt like respecting myself for once. It's just the first time I did. Where I just felt like, yeah, I need to distance myself right now. I can't be there for her. I was very clear with her too. I was clear with her. I was clear with her friend. I told her friend too that I can't be there for her right now. Like, can you be there for her right now? Basically, I even told her friend. I was so clear about it that I was just going through a rough time. But she did what I told her to do. I told her to promise me never to prioritize me over her own self. And she said, okay. But she said it's going to be hard. Well, I guess not that hard. Looking at it prospectively, I guess it wasn't too hard for her. today, I don't know, felt very revelating today, even more freedom in a way, thanks to my ex-wife here, just letting go. I can't control, I can't do anything. She's gonna do what she's gonna do. And yeah, just to let go fully. And then of course that helped me let go of even the idea of, let's just say my ex comes back in the state she was in before. I don't think I can accept. Now I am really choosing myself. If I get back in a relationship with her in her current state, or I guess I won't do the same mistakes. I'll be very clear. I guess I'll be very clear on me not overreaching anymore. Not putting herself over me. Just all those things. Just really respecting myself. It's all my life I've just been living through another person, through my partner. Their happiness was always my happiness. And when does that leave you? When they leave you? It leaves you with nothing. You didn't improve yourself, you didn't better yourself. You're left with nothing. You put all that time, all that effort, all that love into the other person, and not back into yourself. You're left with nothing, you're just a husk. So today felt like it was been ongoing for the past few days. Mostly it was just remembering things I said, remembering how beautiful I was to her, and then really loving myself. Like I just couldn't believe all the things I said and how much I really cared and loved for her. And it really made me love myself even more. Just how beautiful I was. But of course, yes, it's beautiful, but it's not healthy. It's beautiful, but it's not healthy. Regardless, it is beautiful how I was for her. And then just that real acceptance now that like I need to take my own advice. I told her, put myself first. I told her to put herself first and her health, everything first. And everything just remembering more things I said. I was always thinking about her all the time. I just love her so much that I just kept pushing myself away. Even recently. Now I finally have even more freedom. I have freedom of other things, but now it's like, now I can actually feel like I can choose myself now. I'm actually choosing myself now for the first time in my life. This like whole time or stuff, like just always having this savior complex. And unfortunately, when my wife was here, I started to fall back into that a little. I started to please, I started to accommodate, and then I just like realized I need to stop. I need to pull away. And then even said I was going to get back home early. And I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. I didn't come back early. I decided when I was away, no, I'm not going to. No, I'm just going to stay here the full time as opposed to. Yeah, she said she can't be alone. But I need to live my own life. And then just do what I'm going to do. Eventually I returned home. Yeah, she wasn't there. She didn't come back at all. Yeah, I did the right choice. I made the right choice. Not to compromise my life for anything. Simply for her and her needs. I've learned now not to do that. And learned to not worry or just think so much about them over myself. And today feels really liberating. It's 10:30 at night. I don't know where she is. I don't know. I'm not going to really think about it too much. Not going to do anything. I'm not upset, sad. I don't know. I did what I did. I can't control her. She's going to do what she's going to do. And that was a nice test. I'm glad I got it. Yeah, if I knew better, yes, she's just probably went and got more drugs. And she's somewhere else for the night, I guess. And that's just how it is. Anyway, I went on a nice. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to go out for a walk earlier. Like I just followed my intuition. My intuition said, "Hey, go out for a walk." Like okay, I go out for a walk. And for the most part, I have no plans when I go walking. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I just let my intuition go where it feels like it wants to go. And when you just follow your intuition, you know where you're gonna go. I walk a lot of different paths, and sometimes it's strange. But now I'm understanding my intuition more. And it led me to the side of the water. It led me to the side of the water on this bridge. And then I got there, and then my intuition told me to go into a certain position. So I went to a certain position. And I was just looking out into the water, into the night. It's beautiful. It's very dark, but it's still beautiful. And in the specific spot I was in, the light was obnoxiously going right into like my face from the water. There was this like lamppost on the side of me, and on the side of me, it wasn't annoying at all. It was just there, lighting up the night. But this lamppost had a reflection on the water, and then the reflection beamed like right up into my face. And I didn't move. I just sat and sat. I just stand there, like with the light just beaming at me, and then like just a revelation just like came to me. It's like the light was there all that time. I'm just ignoring it. It's always there. But that same exact light, when it's in the water, it reflects. It's reflecting to me. is reflecting to me right in the face. And I can't ignore it. Your reflection, when you look at your reflection, you can't ignore it. It's right in front of you. You're forced to reflect when you look at yourself. When you look at it straight in the eyes. Like now I can look at the recording, looking right at myself. And then in that water, in that reflection, when you stare at your own reflection, you're forced to look at yourself. You're forced to change. You see all those flaws. You see all those problems. You start working on yourself when you really look at yourself. That light was there the whole time. But nothing in me made me want to look at it. But when I had that reflection, it forced me to look. And then after a little, and I came to that conclusion. 2 ducks came by and swam right through the reflection. It was a couple. I was like a male and a female duck. Swam right through the reflection. And then the reflection no longer was bothering me. It was like disturbed. It was shaky. It wasn't bothering anymore. But it's just 2 ducks moving together, moving through that reflection. 2 just happy duck couple. It felt beautiful looking at the 2 ducks and then coming to that conclusion. But you follow your intuition, the universe speaks to you in different ways. I learned that quite a bit. Very weird ways sometimes. I feel this was another way it was trying to talk to me. The universe was talking to me. If you're finally self-reflecting on yourself, just so you can actually improve in yourself. You stare into your reflection, and then that couple, went right through that reflection. It gave me a comforting message, and I understood it. I don't know, I feel like it's the universe's way of saying, yeah, maybe I reflected enough. I don't know. We'll see. But today was very big for me, where I can finally choose myself for the first time. And it feels really good. Like I said, I haven't really chosen myself in a very long time. It's always somebody else. Yeah, I was a very loving, loyal husband. Her parents know that. My parents knew that. I gave her my everything. And of course, I guess that's how women work sometimes. I don't know. You give them everything, then they don't have to work for it or anything. I don't know. But yeah, I've learned now, give within reason now. Don't give all of yourself. Have boundaries. I didn't have boundaries. I just went over them and just became Superman for these women. Yeah, probably a lot of women are like, oh, that sounds so nice. Imagine a man doing that for me. And yeah, I bet you would step all over him. Treat him like garbage. This is how it goes. You probably, a lot of women had this, a really nice man in their life was stepping over so many boundaries to do so many nice things for you. And what did you probably do? You stepped all over him, took him for granted. And then what? Then you had to settle for crumbs later. And then he's probably with somebody else. And then he's probably going to have his own problems later at some point. But yeah, besides the point. Everyone has their freaking problems. And I don't know. The reality is, come on. Okay, it wasn't focusing for a while. It was being annoying. But I was gonna say, and even for me too, you don't realize what you have till it's lost. When it's lost, you start to realize, like, really what you gave up, what you took for granted, all those things. You don't really realize what you had until it's gone, and you have to settle for breadcrumbs, for scraps, for something you're not even sure you like anymore. But yeah, that's just how it is. Okay, I need to stop moving all the way back. The camera keeps getting screwy whenever I move all the way back. It's gotta stay still here. But yeah, in general, it was a good day. A big day for me. Just finally learning to choose myself for once. Because, like, let me really rationalize with you. Yes, I've been by myself all this time now. So you think by default I'm choosing myself? No. All this time I was still thinking about her. Of course, most of my life, I'm by myself. I'm thinking about myself and all these things. No, my thoughts were just still occupied. Always thinking the best for her. And not for me. And the reality is, she's not the best for me. Took a while to reach that, but here I am. With how she is, she's not the best for me. And I see that now. I'm choosing myself now. And yeah, it feels good. Feels really good. But yeah, I guess that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed, or just for me. This is mostly just for me. My own little therapy sessions. But yep, have a good one.